Please first let me say this. I'm so sorry, girls and guys. This video was supposed to be out last night, but it looked horrible, and I don't know why. I reset my OBS settings all back to factory, and then I just redid um like my picture here, the back, and all that on my computer. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and get right into this video. Go down here, click here. My first theory is this. She really does not die here. She either has something underneath her clothing, because if you were to look at her hand right here, it looks like it's hidden, like you can't see where it is. Okay, yeah, it does look like the bullets are hitting the body, but that is not hard to fake. We've seen it in movies time after time. One of those is The Punisher. Think about it. It looked like he was shot and killed, wasn't it? At the beginning of the very first Punisher. That is one of my first things, because she could be undercover with him, helping him out. Because what if he needs to get into this group, and she is the first way for him to get into it? They want the kid. Okay, here's the reason why. In Resident Evil 9, I think what they're going to do with the kid is make that kid you. You can choose if it's male or female, choose how it looks, choose what kind of powers it has, like abilities, from a certain amount of choices. And that's how I think they should do Resident Evil 9. Somewhat like Fallout 3, how you can build your character on there. And I think that I would like that, because tell me if you agree with me on this. I like playing as people, it was already a character in the story, but I would kind of like to have my own story also in the game. You know what I mean? More of a cameo, if you would say. Because think about it. If you can build that character, he or she, how you want them to look, what powers they got, you have a more connective to with the character. Because one, they didn't tell you what the baby was or anything. I mean, she's getting shot. It looks like that is his wife, Mia. But I honestly don't think that is Chris. I'm not that. I honestly don't think Chris is shooting her, because it's just too out of character for him. I'm sorry, it's too out of character. I've played this person so many times, and if out of all the characters, he has always been, you're his friend, you're like his family, stuff like that. And another thing, if we were to go back and let's first watch this all at once. Right at this.
Chris? Sorry, Ethan.
All right. As you can see, it does look like the bullets are going into said body. But I honestly do not think they are really happening like that. I think two ways. Either these two, or like a Blue Umbrella wants the kid, okay? And he told her and not Ethan, or this is my other one, okay? Ethan is going along with this, and he told both of them, and he's faking Nia's death. But here's the other part of this: make it to where Ethan is mad and angry, and he goes to find Chris, figures out he's a part of this other organization, like he's undercover and stuff. But that's the whole part of it. Ethan was supposed to find out where he was after so long and make it look like he really did lose her, and then make it to where he can help him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because here's the thing. I honestly don't think they're going to kill off a kid like this, because you could make that baby whoever you want it to be. It's just so many possibilities with that child. And I honestly don't think Resident Evil would do something like that. And it ain't the first thing. It ain't the first time they, like, killed somebody off and we thought they were dead, but they were not. For an example, Chris's partner, when she pushed Wesker off of that cliff, and that one, we thought she was dead, and we didn't know what happened to Wesker. But it turned out Wesker had some kind of needle, like some kind of spider thing on her chest, and it was controlling her, and she forgot all about Chris. So, as you get what I'm saying is, um, Resident Evil has faked somebody's death before, and this is just too out of character for him. Okay, and another thing is, what if he has one of those spider things on him, and instead of it making him lose his memories and stuff, it's more refined. It makes you be able to be controlled. So two things: either he didn't kill her on purpose, like he is being controlled, or it's all cover up in their acting. But honestly, I think it's the second one. I think he knows about this because I don't really feel that Chris would do this. And another thing, there's talking about it's the end of somebody's story. I honestly think they're talking about this person right here, Chris, not Ethan. Okay? Honestly, how I would do Resident Evil 9. I know I'm jumping ahead from 9 to 9, from 8 to, from 8 to 9. Okay. I honestly don't think you should be able to play as the kid just yet in 9. Because, yes, they could make it feel like a lot of time has passed and stuff. But, well, that's just it. They could also use the kid in another way. Let's just say, I'm what? That she's really alive and he tells her where she's at, right, Chris? Before he dies. Blue Umbrella finds her somehow, some way, and they want the kid. They send assassin after them. Ethan is now 1 years old. They're getting ready to watch a movie. Ethan is on the couch asleep in one of the cushions, and they're about to watch a movie, right? Um, basically, he goes, "One, wait, don't we? I need to take the baby upstairs." She goes, "No, he is a heavy sleeper." All right. Well, the doorbell. You hear the doorbell. They heard the doorbell ring. She says, "I get it. You just sit." He's like, "Okay," and all of a sudden he hears a thud, and he goes over there to see what was that thud, and he keeps saying, he goes over there and says, "Right before he gets there, honey, are you okay?" And then next thing he sees is his wife laying down in the hallway again with her face towards him with a gunshot into the head. And he sees somebody in a mask, like a, ski mask like this. And he sees a gun. He runs to the living room, grabs his pistol, and shoots whoever this person is right here in the jugular. And what happens? Well, they fall. He thinks it's over. They get back. And then next thing he sees is they're starting to regenerate, healing real fast right here. So he starts shooting real fast and hitting them all over, right? Well, his gun didn't have the silencer, and then he starts crying in the background, and this person starts regenerating once again. I'm talking about the bullets all of a sudden start coming out of the body, like you can hear them like falling out of the body, like out of his hands and stuff. And he hears the baby crying, and he grabs the baby. All right, now this is what happens: you leave out the back door. Blue Umbrella infects the entire town with a virus, kind of like Raccoon City. You got to keep the baby alive. That means getting him formula and stuff like that, and changing the diaper. And you got to keep your health up, or the baby will start crying, and it will alert zombies and stuff like that. I honestly think that would be really cool of a game, and that's when you go through that with Ethan, right? And then I'm gonna talk about Resident Evil 10, how I do it. Going into Resident Evil 10, after Ethan escapes all of this, he goes to a lot of training and stuff by the one and only. Are you ready for this? Are you seriously ready for this? His brother, Neon. That's how you do a good twist, right there. Making his brother Neon. And basically he's his older brother starts training him. And then what happens is the dad is out one day and he sees him and they have spotted him and he knows it. So what happens? He tells the Neon to take the kid, which is you, and run. You are only 5 at this time, and he tells Neon to train him how to fight and everything. Right? Alright. And what happens, right? Okay. Well, when this all happened, the kid's like 5, right? Through these entire years of him aging, all the way up to 13, Neon was training this kid how to use his powers on at a real, really good stuff, and how to, fight real good. What happens is there's this one new threat. It's way bigger than the kid, way bigger than everything, right? And what is this huge new threat? It is a new virus that is called Revolution. That is okay. What this virus does is this doesn't turn you like make zombies and stuff. It makes super zombies. I'm talking like they're so strong and so fast, like you can not even see them. All right, and then what happens is there's this one. So what happens? The government slams their fist down. It gets an umbrella, blue umbrella in there. It gets um, it uses its satellites and stuff like that to really start looking for Neon and the kid. All right, and it just doesn't get all these people in there. It gets all kinds of faces in there. Okay. It gets Claire Redfield in there, right? It gets trying to think of her name now. She's in Resident Evil 2. And she's in Resident Evil 4. I gotta think of her name. I cannot think of this girl's name, but Ada. Ada's in there. Oh, okay. Wesker's son. A whole bunch of familiar faces that you see in this game, and it's because there's a bigger threat, and it's like a really bad risk of the end of the world, and none of them, only one, Wesker, is behind it. That's how you do Resident Evil 10. That and you're the kid. Basically, the kid isn't supposed to be going or anything like that, right? So what does the kid do? He sneaks off inside of the ship. They are the well, not the ship, but the plane or whatever they're gonna take. All right, and nobody sees him because he uses his powers, and this is the first time you're controlling him. Basically, you got to sneak in without anybody seeing you, and you can stick the wall, stuff like that, and you can like make go into people's heads and make them like go turn around or something like that. I think that would be cool. And tell me what you think about this kind of Resident Evil theories I got. I mean, I'm going from 8 all the way to 10, kind of because I feel that if they don't get rid of this kid, they can use this kid in a way it will take the story in a whole new direction and it will be so much cooler. I feel. And I mean, like I said, they faked people's deaths before in Resident Evil. His friend, and a few other times they've faked deaths. Oh, and that reminds me. Remember what's it? Jimmy from the very first Resident Evil Zero. He's there as well. They tracked him down under the alias of none other than Jimmy Wesker. You get it? Because and get this, that's his cousin. You're going up against Jimmy's cousin. Basically, they're related in some way along their bloodline, and yeah, and he doesn't want people to know that you know what I mean, because and what he was doing all that time is he was working on motorcycles, vehicles. He was a mechanic, and he had a kid and a wife and all of that. And what's her name? Rebecca. she's there too. They, and I'm trying to think of another person. Oh man, she's off of Resident Evil 2. And she's in Resident Evil 6. You can play as her, but I played as the Wesker's son, which I can't remember his son's name. But what I'm trying to say is this: Resident Evil, please, if you did plan on actually making this real, like
Chris? Sorry, Ethan.
if you really did plan on making this real, okay, and here's another theory. What if that ain't really even his wife? What if that's some random woman? He don't know what's going on. He woke up there, or something like that. Alright, or that is. But what I'm trying to say is, this goes out to Resident Evil also. Whatever you do, please, if that really is her, do not kill them off. I just gave you so much stuff you could actually do with the kid and how we could actually be, like, feel like we were more inside of the game. And instead of being a grown up, you're actually a 13-year-old kid. Somebody is, you know what I mean? Like, and the reason why I wanted it's something different. You're not an adult, you're a kid. Well, a teenager. You're somebody that you think you're grown up, but you're not. And that's what this kid has to go through. He has to figure that out the hard way. What happens is once he gets into it, um, shortest end of the how it really in like do it is in Resident Evil 10 as that of all those people you get to pick up to four people that no, let's go with two people that you want to help you along your way, and each of these people have different each of these people have different things they can help you with. The only thing is you cannot and you get what I'm saying? Like if you pick his dad, it helps you with this stuff. If you pick her, it helps you with this. If you pick him, it helps you with this. Well, no, not the kid's dad. Never mind on that because yeah, sorry about that. But what I am trying to say is the reason I am making this from 8 all the way up till 10 is I'm just trying to see if any of them I get right. Honest. I've been able to tell like some stuff that happens in movies, like I say, I bet you this is about to happen, or this is how this is gonna like, or he's bad or she's bad, and I've been right on TV shows and movies, and my friends have gotten mad at me, like on Walking Dead, for an example, since we're talking about zombie stuff here. I was like, no way, he didn't really get ate alive. It was that one. Remember how he crawled underneath the trash can if you watched Resident Evil? Like how it showed him screaming and stuff? No. I knew he wasn't really getting ate up alive. But I'm just gonna go ahead
Why?
now, okay, another thing. I hope they will release Resident Evil 4 to give us something to munch on if they want us to wait for this release date. Seriously. You give us a piece of a pie and you expect us not to want to have another slice of the pie? So, what do y'all think about my theories for one? Um, and another thing, the reason I'm doing this is for the fun. And Resident Evil is kind of like a big, game on my channel because that's what I started out playing on. That's what I have on the whole bunch of series on. I am going to finish up Resident Evil 4, and then what I want to do is compare Resident Evil 4 Remake and Resident Evil 4 the original. I actually did pick up the Resident Evil 4 now on my PlayStation. I mean, not PlayStation, but yeah, my PC. Forgot shut my computer down, so that's gonna load up. But once that loads, alright. Y'all can't see my hand, so don't worry. Up there, it's only dots, so y'all don't know what my password is. But, I'm just showing y'all what all the Resident Evil games I got real quick. That's all, real quick. And I played, the very first Resident Evil game I played was Resident Evil 0 on the GameCube. And it was, at first I did not like it. Yes, I know I got other games as well, but as you're going to start seeing here in a minute, I got a lot of the Resident Evil. See, I got the, I got that, I don't want to play that. See, look, I got Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 6, Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 2. The only one I really ain't got is Resident Evil 3. The real Resident Evil thing. I just got that there because it's kind of like I got them all. Well, except Resident Evil 0, but I don't know if that was canon or not. I know. Well, yeah, that was canon, wasn't it? See, I got Resident Evil 2. Then you'd go 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then there's 8. Wait. Huh. I guess I'm missing Resident Evil 7. Wait, no, that is 7. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, sorry. I just woke up not too long ago. Gotta made this video real quick because it was supposed to be up last night, but video looked horrible. I wanted to make a good video for you. Stay. I'm making a YouTube video. Alright. Sorry about that. That was my dad. He does not want to be on camera, so if he would have walked in, he would have been right on that right there. And that's why I said, stay, because my dad doesn't want his face to see, and I don't want to work on editing my dad out and still, you know what I mean, because that's harder on the computer and stuff. I know it wouldn't be that much work, but I'm still waking up. I haven't even had my morning tea in me yet. I don't drink coffee, I drink tea, actually, and this how I am. But, like I was saying, tell me what y'all really think about my, Resident Evil theories. If y'all have anything in the comments, I will be, hold on, I'm trying to get, there it goes. Oh my goodness. Alright, well, wait, you think I'm leaving you off right here? No, 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 no. Remember this right here? Alright, I got some stuff I want to let y'all listen to. I'm going to stop talking, I'm going to let y'all listen to this where y'all can hear it.
Resident Evil 8's new trailer has many details and intricacies that are worth investigating. However, potentially the most shocking of these details come in the form of a major character death already being hinted at. Most of the trailer serves to portray the game's new horrifying location and tone to the viewer. It also begins with a narration, telling the story of a mother and daughter picking berries before the young girl escapes. What Resident Evil 8's trailer means for RE7's ending. Resident Evil 8 Chris Redfield. Afterward, the viewer is shown an image of the living room as two familiar voices discuss what they were just shown. It's reasonable to assume these people are Mia and Ethan, settling down after their traumatic experiences with the Bakers. This seems to suggest that the ending in which Mia lives and is given the serum is canon. After this, the trailer for Resident Evil 8 goes on to show many other terrifying experiences that will occur through the new game, and eventually ends up making another direct reference to its predecessor. The viewer is given a shot of Chris Redfield, one of the characters from former Resident Evil entries, which shows up toward the end of Biohazard. Ethan is shouting as Redfield apologizes to him. Redfield then takes his gun and shoots somebody, presumably already in critical shape, multiple times. The trailer footage makes it difficult to see who exactly this person is, but it is very likely Ethan's wife Mia. This would explain Ethan's intense reaction and would make sense given Ethan and Mia are living together again. Overall, even with these very specific details, it's hard to say exactly what Resident Evil 8's story will be like. The implication that Mia is most likely killed in this game could lead the story in many new directions, perhaps something akin to a revenge story. Is Ethan after Redfield now? Did the serum from Biohazard's ending not work? Right now it's hard to tell exactly why Chris Redfield would do this. Either way, Resident Evil 8 is shaping up to not only be one of the PS5's most anticipated games but also one that pulls no punches in its narrative.
What, Mom? I'm recording. Love you, bye, Mom. Alright. So, as y'all heard about what they were just saying about Resident Evil in that little snippet I had, I did go on that and Google that. The reason I let y'all listen to that instead of usually somebody has set pause it and let y'all read it, but I just gonna let y'all listen to it. I don't have to read it. Alright, but like I was saying, I played Resident Evil. I played a lot, actually. I love the game. Don't get me started on what they did wrong in the movie. Okay, that movie, it was action. I give it that. It had some cool stuff in it. I give it that. It did not have a good storyline. I do not give it that. So, what I am going to do, after I edit this video, I'm thinking about, trying to think of some other game to play. So, I'm going to pull back up my Steam, and I'm going to show you the game I want to play. And you guys and girls on here, tell me if y'all want me to play it. Tell me yes or no if you want to play this game right here. But because the newer one of this game is coming out, the second of this game, and this is one of my favorite zombie games as well. Yes, do y'all want me to play that right there on my YouTube channel? I'm thinking about probably using a gamepad to play that. So tell me if y'all want me to play The Last of Us. No, that ain't The Last of Us. Sorry, I got that mixed up with another game. It's Daylight or something like that. I can't remember really. It's anyways. Do y'all want me to play that game? And I honestly am gonna keep an eye on that game as well when it comes out. So, like I was saying, that is my Resident Evil Theories video. Like I said, I honestly don't think she is dead. I think they faked her death to get her to a safe house because Blue Umbrella wanted her baby, or this new corporation wanted her kid, or somebody did. I just feel that that's too out of character for Chris Redfield. If you go back and you look at all the trauma he's went through, why would he want to put that trauma on somebody else as well? Or he could be controlled and he didn't want to do it. So, I'm going to leave it off on those notes. And I'm going to get this video edited. It ain't something really long. It's just a what if scenario. And another thing, my microphone for my video camera broke on me, so I'm going to be using my Canon video camera for recording a few videos up and coming, a few review videos that I have. But here's the thing. Y'all won't be able to see my face that much because it doesn't have a flip out screen to where I can see what it's shooting at. So, I'm just going to have it on the, what I'm reviewing, and then what I would do is talk to y'all about it up here and this edit this in at the end of the video. That's how I'm going to do some of my reviews until I can get a new microphone for my 1080p video camera, and that's another thing. It is going to be in 720p, but I'm going to upscale it to 1080 after I edit it. Once it's edited, it'll be 1080, but upscaled. So please, girls and guys, have a nice day. This is Steven saying, I hope you are having a good morning. I hope y'all have a fun summer if you're going back to school next year. That includes people that are going to college and school. This is Steven saying goodbye, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye. Alright, so I left my Resident Evil theory off on his notes, so I want to skip to another game I accidentally mentioned in the video, and that is The Last of Us. I really would like to get it on PS4. The problem is, I'm afraid they're going to release it on the PC, and I would like that better. Now, here's the thing. I want to talk about the consoles as well. Squeeze that in, why not? You know, that was a kind of a short video. So, a few things that I want this next PlayStation to have. Sony, one is making it to where we can control our frame rate and our graphics. Make it to where it says, if you choose this setting, it will actually either A, bring down your graphics or limit your frame rate. Because here's the thing. If they did this, it'd make it to where you have more of a choice when you're playing a first-person shooter, a storyline game, like where it don't matter about your frame rate, because one, your frame rate, you're looking about how good the story is and how good the game looks. So, alright, now enough about that. And I hope what they'll do is this. They just won't release Resident Evil. Not Resident Evil. They will release, one in, The Last of Us 1 and The Last of Us 2 separate. But I also wish they'd give you a chance to get some kind of cool bundle deal where you get 2 posters. With that bundle deal, like the first poster they came out with, and then the second poster they're going to come out with. And I wish you could get 2 figures, like 4 figures all together. That'd be the girl, him, and then like what they look like in the first one, then what they look like in the second one. But here's the trick. It's all for $100. That would be one heck of a deal, I think, for The Last of Us on PC. And that would actually be something I'd pick up. I honestly be thinking it'd be worth that much. And if I did that, I would probably put the posters. I'm hoping they're pretty good sized posters in a like in a frame instead of just putting them on my wall, because I want them to be framed up to where if I wanted to rearrange my room, like the posters, I could just take the posters like that and take them off the wall. Okay, I just wanted to add this in there. So please, if you are in charge of The Last of Us, let it come to PC. I would love to play it on here. And here's another thing. I'm not saying that the next generation of consoles aren't going to be worth anything. They have next generation graphics in them. The problem is you being able to control them as a user and being able to control them when you want it to happen and when you don't. That is the thing I'm talking about. And one more thing. This goes out to Microsoft and Sony. Try not to control what they download if you give us a web browser. Make it to where if they download something, it's bad and it like takes out their PlayStation because it has a virus in it or something. It voids their warranty. It's simple. If you download certain things, like if it's illegal, you know what I mean? Because then all you have to do is just go take out their hard drive and see if it was on there. There would be signs of it. So please try not to limit us as much on downloading apps on our console, because a lot of the times those are out in the living room and we like to do multiple stuff on them. Like, for an example, you just got done playing a game like The Last of Us on the PlayStation 5, and you're now wanting to chill and watch a little bit of Netflix or Hulu or HBO, or even make it to where we can even, you know what I mean? Listen, I understand those are going to be on there, but don't try and limit us. Make it some kind of, at least make it somewhat of a good app store. Microsoft, what you need to do, and Sony, what y'all need to talk about is putting the Microsoft App Store on the PlayStation 5. At least give us all Microsoft apps. Because here's the thing. We need to take down the walls between this console and that console. It shouldn't be about it should not be about this is what it should be about. Why did you buy that console? One, what kind of games are coming out just for that console? Two, what kind of stuff is in that console? Like, what do you like better? Like, this interface is going to be different. That interface is going to be different on the consoles. The specs are going to be a little bit different from the consoles. What I am trying to say is, different people buy different consoles because of what they like. Take down the walls between you. Make everything cross-platform. That includes people that's on the next generation consoles can play people on PC, and vice versa. And you're going, well, what if they keyboard or what if like stuff like that? Make it to where you can use a keyboard and mouse, plug right into the USB port, or have a little wireless dongle. It plugs right into the USB port, and they can play with mouse and keyboard, and it works just like a PC. That is all I got to say on the next generation consoles. And one more thing, Sony, I love the white PlayStation 5. I love it. Oh my goodness, it makes my old PlayStation 4 look like a, well, sad. And I loved my old PlayStation 4. The reason I don't record stuff on it is because I can't record on that PlayStation because I ain't got a recording capture card for it. And they're too much. Now, please, Sony, if you get this message, I would love to review the PlayStation 5. And Microsoft, I would love to review your console as well. And one more thing, Nintendo, you basically got me into gaming and saved me. I would love to review whatever you got coming up after the Switch. I don't know. The Switch Super, something like that. Come on. Or the Switch Turbo, or the Switch well, no, I got a lot of, Switch Super, Switch Turbo, Switch Supercharged. Something like that. Come on, Sony. Come out with something that you can play 1080p with wireless mode activated in at least a 60 frames on that and in handheld mode. And one more thing. Make sure if you do come out with it again, you do have it to where you can play it up on your TV because I love that. I do not have a Switch because I don't have the money to get one, but if any of y'all want to send me a console to review, please. I will have a some of the one some it's one of those one boxes you have at the post office pretty soon. And when I do, I will post it on my YouTube channel. And if y'all want to send me anything, just send it to that box. And what I would do is go 2 weeks without getting anything, or like a month or something like that, and then go get everything. But Sony, you brought so many memories with the PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation 4. I have not had a Microsoft console, like an Xbox, because the first one we had broke, and after that, you kind of, well, made my dad pretty mad after it broke after a year of owning it, and they wouldn't let us have a warranty on it, even though it was only a year warranty and stuff, but it broke, and that kind of really made my dad upset. So you kind of lost his faith. So Microsoft, if you do send me an Xbox, I'm probably gonna try to see if I can do some little bit of an experiment to see if I can get my dad liking it again. So, and another thing, I am also thinking about doing a recording of redoing this room I'm in right now, because how I got it right now is basically a roof used to leak up there, and my computer was sitting over here underneath my TV. I had to move it over here or it was going to get rained on and stuff like that. But don't worry, we got a new roof and everything, a metal roof. And the roofer that did it was so cool. He was such a nice guy, and he did a really good job. I mean, really good. I like it. But I just wanted to work that in here because it was a short video. Please, girls and guys, have a nice day. I will see y'all in the next video. And girls and guys, if no, come on, if you do this, Game on. Game on. Yeah. Us gamers, if you're any kind of gamer, you're welcome here. Don't mean that. Cell phone, console, PC, you're welcome here. Come on. And if anybody is like trying to put anybody down on this channel, I will not ban you right away. No, I will give you chances, but you gotta realize I can only give you so many chances before I gotta kick you to the curb. Because this is not going to be a place to where people are getting bullied. This is where we're going to come to where if you had a bad day at school, if you had a bad day at college, if you had a bad day at work in general, you can come to my channel and you can laugh, we can hang out, we can have some fun. So please, have a nice day like I said, and I will see y'all in the next one. Thank you. And one more thing. If y'all want me to do some like the channels that got me into wanting to do this YouTube channel, please tell me. And what I will do is try to contact these YouTube channels and see if it's okay for me to shout them out. Because these channels that I'm going to shout out is what got me doing YouTube in general. And I will start working on doing Twitch as well, but I got to work on a couple of things to get that going. So, give me time on Twitch, and that is all I ask for. And I will get that up and running as soon as I can. And when we do our stream, I already know what y'all gonna want me to stream first. Fortnite, right? That's what y'all want me to stream first. You got it. So when I do my first Twitch stream, I'm going to give it a heads up on TikTok, and I'm gonna give you a heads up on YouTube. Please have a nice day. Like I said, I'm sorry I keep yammering. Bye.